Okay, good morning. It is 5:55. I'm not gonna do that shuttle bus thing. I'm gonna drive for about an hour, and that's gonna take me to a different parking lot. There is another route, hopefully that I can do. That takes me through a gorge. But I think my host left me a note saying that there's a river crossing, and it may not be possible because of the heavy rain yesterday. It poured all night, but clear blue skies this morning. Anyway, head for a little drive up to, I'll figure out the names and then start hiking and hope for the best. I've picked up a wayward hitchhiker, Alessandra. He is heading to the port, and that's where I'm kind of heading, so nothing else is going on this early, so he needs a ride. And Alejandro was from Brazil, and he's traveling around Japan for a month, but he said he'd been traveling for like 10 years. And he even said he went to Squamish, which is just north of Vancouver, for love. And that lasted about a month, he said. Alright, I've made the turnoff for the last part of the road. I think it's 12K up to the parking lot. And it is 6:20, so should be hiking before 7. This is like a rally road. It would be fun on the bike. Shiratani Unsukyo is the name of the park in Yakushima National Park. Apparently approximately 10K to Jomon Sugi or Sugoi. They say the largest cedar tree on the island, possibly 7,000 plus years old. So that's the goal, that's the hike I was gonna do from the other route, not with that ridiculous bus. Okay, officially 6:40 and the start of the trail. Lots of warnings, missing hikers and stuff, telling you to be prepared. Should I be concerned? So during the feudal period of the Shimazu clan, this path was used to carry out shingles from the cedar trees. It's basically in its original form from 300 to 400 years ago. The shingles were used as a form of tax. I hope I don't have to carry out any shingles. During this 300-meter straight up detour to take Kawa walk or something. Takiwa. All I know is it better be worth it. There it is. Take Kawa rock. No eating. He didn't get the memo. Well, I see the reason why you don't eat on the rock. That guy who didn't get the memo took his cover off, and his cover blew off into the bush. So now not only is he illegally eating, but he's also now littered in the park. Very un-Japanese like. It's a massive worm. Wow. It's huge. Alright, back down from the rock. Got a couple of 100-meter descent to the turnoff to the other trail, and looks like about 7K in total, with a 500-meter rise after I get to the bottom. Oh, a natural refuge. Cool. There's a big slab. It's a secret Hogwarts wall. The train goes into the wall and that's it. I would go through the wall and show you, but that would be giving away secrets. Alright, the end of the railway tracks. Back onto a steep trail, a couple of kilometers climb to get to the tree. Just totally straight up between the rocks and the staircases. A bit over a kilometer to go. This trail is very busy today. I'm assuming because it's Golden Week. I've passed many groups. There's no real way to escape the crowds because take the shuttle bus. Everybody has to leave at the same time before 6, so you're gonna have all these groups together. And I left an hour later, so I've caught up to all these groups that took the shuttle bus, and so now packed in with them. There it is. Just over 4 hours to get here. This is the north side observation. I can't really tell how big it is, but it's pretty damn big. So the Jomon Sugi is considered the largest of all the Yakushima cedars. They typically are over 1,000 years old. I think I read somewhere that they think this one might be over 7,000. I'll check that out. But regardless, it's old and big. I've never been on such a hard hike that is so busy. There's as many people here as you would expect from a tour bus, but it's not easy to get to. 10K minimum hike and some grueling terrain, as evidenced by this. Look at this. This is as good a place as any. I've got a big tree and I'm starving. Some kind of curry chicken sandwich. I thought it was like a tonkatsu flavor or something. It's a good spot where I picked. There's nobody here. On my way to the tree, there was all the rest spots were packed. So I guess everybody rests at the same time. I have a few moments of alone time. At least for going down the limited access and time frame that it takes to get here, there shouldn't hardly be anybody now that's coming up. It's like, I guess everybody just leaves around the same time at 5, 6 in the morning. The trail is super crowded. If you leave at that time, I guess if you can get ahead of the pack, you'll be okay. But now I've had smooth sailing going down, except for the first few groups that I had to pass. Since the route I took is the route less traveled, there won't be really anybody on it either. It's a big tree with a little dollhouse. Made it to the railway tracks, so it'll be a slight downhill grade flat for a few K or so. I've got just over 7K to finish. This has been quite an adventure, a grueling day. Okay, just after 1, made it to the junction. Got 1.5 kilometers up, and then about 3 odd K back down to the parking lot. All right, about 40 minutes to get up that pitch. I think about 3 to 4K because there's that detour. So normally it'd be about 3K, but I think it's closer to 4. We're almost there. It's just before 2, I think. Yeah, 1:50. So I'll be back by 3-ish, or before 3 probably. More monkeys. They must get hit quite a bit. They don't seem too concerned about the cars. Oh, because it's sunny now, it's really hot in this yurt with no airflow. But if I need to, I can pay $1 and I can get 2 hours of air conditioning. The proprietor of the establishment was very nice and just gave me a popsicle. All right, some amazing tomatoes. They're so good. And some supermarket sushi. And that's about it. Tomorrow I got the morning and then I return the car and the ferry's at 1:30. Back to Kagoshima. I spend the night and then start heading north after that. All right, guys, we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I am quite sore from yesterday. I can't imagine why. Anyway, today is travel day. I've got the ferry at 1:30. It's 7-ish now. I'm going to tootle around the island. I'll try and find a coffee shop that's open. I'll check out the route around the island, return the car, and then head over to the ferry. Sadly, I had to give the car up. Just dropped it off. Now they're gonna give me a ride to the ferry. Just a 4-hour or so ride and a short walk to my hotel for the night. Saturday night in the big city. Who knows what I'll get up to? Probably just sleep. And we're back to Kagoshima. Okay, it's a relatively short walk to the hotel, and then I'm gonna skip out and try and find a camera shop because of this stupid lens. Weeks ago I dropped my camera and got a tiny little chip on it, and now everything for the last 3 weeks is at a blur on it. Okay, limited supply in Kagoshima. This was the cheapest room for $100, and it's a lot like my other rooms, but nicer, and has a balcony. And a peekaboo view. All right, off to find a camera shop. The Yakushima of all the Yakushima. See, and he pissed himself while he's looking for bugs.